Dear student, very good morning. Myself Prem Kishore, physics faculty from Alan Carey Institute at Powai campus. In today's session, we are going to discuss about previous year JEE Advanced questions. We just see the questions on the board. It is JEE Advanced 2015 question. In this question, it is related to prism. Okay. A monochromatic beam of light is incident at 60 degree at one face of the prism, equilateral prism of refractive index n, and emerges from the opposite face making angle theta as a function of n with the normal, and for the given value of n equal to root 3 and theta equal to 60 degree and d theta by dn equal to m, the value of m is. So, as you can see that question says that we are supposed to find d theta by dn. Okay. So, what we can see is basic part of the prism. As you can see the screen, we have angle of incidence, this is the incident ray, refracted ray, and this is our emergent ray. In this case, we know one fact that the two angle of refraction, the sum of two angles of refraction is nothing but angle of prism, and here angle of incidence is fixed. As n is variable, so theta also will change. Okay. And so, if you just see the first surface, the refraction at the first surface, we can say mu 1 sin I1 equal to mu 2 sin I2. So, first surface is here where it is outside air medium. So, if you just write here refractive index for air is 1 into sin 60 degree, which is angle of incidence, is nothing but equal to n into sin of r. I have taken this angle to be r here. Okay. This angle is r, the angle of first refraction, and the second angle of refraction will become a minus r, and this is our angle of prism a, which is given as 60 degree. Okay. So, my first equation nothing but 1 into sin 60 degree equal to n into sin r, and similarly we can write second refractions n into sin of a minus r in n1 into sin I1, which is equal to n2 into sin I2, n2 is nothing but again air medium. So, 1 into sin of theta. Okay. So, we need to think that we are supposed to find d theta by dn. So, for that purpose we need to differentiate these equations. Okay. As n variable, n changes of the refractive index of the prism, so even theta will also be changing. Okay. So, if I differentiate first equation, I will be getting as left hand side is constant, so differentiation will be 0. Right hand side is a product of two terms n into sin r, so differentiation will be 1 into sin r plus n into cos of r into dr by dn. Similarly, I am going to differentiate this second equation of refraction. I will be getting as with respect to n, so it will be 1 into second term as it is plus n into cos of a minus r into minus of dr by dn, because differentiation of a minus r will be nothing but minus dr by dn, and the differentiation of sin theta will be cos theta into d theta by dn. So, as you can see in the question, it is given that for n equal to root 3 and theta equal to 60 degree, n equal to root 3 and theta equal to 60 degree, angle of incidence and angle of refractions both are equal, then angle r and a minus r both will be equal. If both are equal means both will be equal to 30 degree, because sum of these two is nothing but 60 degree. So, when you put all the values here, my first term sin a minus r is nothing but sin 30 degree, which is 1 by 2, plus n, I have written the cos a minus r, which is cos 30 degree root 3 by 2 into tan of r. From where this tan of r has come is nothing but n into dr by dn minus of dr by dn is nothing but tan of r. So, from the equation number 3, I put the value here as n into minus dr by dn nothing but tan of r, which is equal to cos theta into d theta by dn, which is nothing but half into d theta by dn. So, after putting all the values, we will be getting answer here as d theta by dn is equal to 2. So, they are asking d theta by dn is nothing but m, and that the value of m is. So, answer for this question is m is nothing but equal to 2. Okay. So, this is the kind of JEE Advanced question. In this, we need to understand that as refractive index changes, angle of first refraction will change, angle of second refraction will also change, and hence angle of emergence, which is given as theta, it is going to change. So, they asked a specific value of d theta by dn when n is root 3 and theta is 60 degree. So, for that answer is 2. Okay. Now, we will move to the next question. It is JEE Advanced again 2017, okay, and it is similar kind of question. For an isosceles prism of angle A and refractive index mu, it is found that angle of minimum deviation is A. So, dear student, just now we discussed that when the angle is minimum, like angle of deviation is minimum, that time the emergent ray will be parallel to the base of the prism. You can just see this diagram here. At minimum deviation, angle R1 equal to R2. It means our refracted ray is parallel to base of prism. Okay, base of the prism. So, if you come back to the question here, we can see that very first option says that for the angle of incidence I1 equal to A, the ray inside the prism is parallel to base of the prism. Okay. When the angle of incidence is A, how angle of incidence will be A? You can just see the right hand side, this part. At minimum deviation, angle I equal to E, because the middle ray, refracted ray, will be parallel to the base of the prism. So, we will be getting the same equation, angle of deviation as minimum deviation nothing but 2i minus A. So, A will be equal to 2i minus A and I will be equal to A. So, the first option says that for the angle of incidence I1 equal to A, the ray inside the prism is parallel to base of the prism. So, that is the correct answer. We will go for the second option. It says that for this prism, the refractive index mu and angle of prism A are related as A equal to half of cos inverse of mu by 2. You can just see the screen here. If you apply Snell's law for the first refraction, we will be getting 1 into sin A, because angle of incidence is equal to angle of prism, is equal to mu into sin of A by 2, and by writing sin A as 2 sin A by 2 cos A by 2, sin A by 2 will be cancelled out and mu will be getting as 2 cos of A by 2, and if you further simplify it, we will be getting here as cos of A by 2 equal to, cos of A by 2 is nothing but mu by 2 here. Hence, angle A will be equal to 2 into cos inverse of mu by 2. But if you just see the option B, it is given that half into cos inverse of, it is given half here, not like 2 into cos inverse of mu by 2. So, second option will be wrong. Okay. If you just read the C option, it says that at minimum deviation, the incident angle I1 and refracting angle R1 at the first reflecting surface are related by R1 equal to I1 by 2. Basically, already we learned that R1 angle will be equal to A by 2 and angle I is nothing but angle of prism. So, of course, this is correct, angle R1 will be equal to A by 2, clear. So, C option is correct here. Now, look at the D option of it is given here that for this prism, emergent ray at the second surface will be tangential to the surface when the angle of incidence at the first surface is this thing. Okay. So, I have drawn the diagram here. They are saying that our emergent ray, the emergent ray is tangential to the second surface. If it is so, my angle of emergent will be 90 degree, this angle is 90 degree. Okay. So, if it is 90 degree, angle of the second refraction here will be the critical angle C. If it is C, then my first angle of refraction will be A minus C here, and this is the angle of incidence I here. So, what I did is, for the first surface, I applied Snell's law. So, it is nothing but 1, the mu 1 sin I1 equal to mu 2 into sin I2. So, mu 1 is 1 into sin I, which is equal to mu 2, which is, let us say refractive index is mu into sin of A minus C. So, by simplifying this equation, we will get this equation as sin of I is equal to sin A into root of mu square minus 1 minus cos A. What is this mu square minus 1? We know one fact that sin of C, sin C is nothing but 1 by mu. Okay. So, sin C is 1 by mu. So, I just put the value of sin C as 1 by mu here, and cos C as like 1 minus sin square C. Once you multiply mu inside, we will be getting root of mu square minus 1. So, just write everything here. Mu value already we got it here. Mu value is nothing but 2 cos of a by 2. So, exactly mu value I am putting here, 4 cos square a by 2 minus 1. So, I will be getting I as sin inverse of this total bracket right hand side, and that is what given in your D option. So, even D is also correct option. Okay. We will move to the next question, which is from current electricity chapter, and it is asked in 2005 JEE advanced question. Okay. As you can see the diagram here, they are asking like in the following circuit the current through the resistor 2 ohm, means this resistor they are asking the current in amperes. Okay. So, current is I in amperes, find the value of I. Okay. So, as you can see the circuit diagram here, the important part is like we have to find current from here. So, obviously we need to simplify this combination of resistance. Okay. If you look at this part here, this part of the circuit, we can say that 1 by 2 equal to 2 by 4, means this ratio of the resistance 1:2, this is also 1:2. So, the current from this 8 ohm will not be going, and we can call it as this is a balanced V-Twiston bridge. So, we can remove this 8 ohm, and this 1 and 2, after removing this 8 ohm, 1 and 2 will be in series, similarly 2 and 4 will be in series. So, we will get a new circuit as here, 1 and 3, 2 in series will give you 3 ohm, and 2 and 4 will give you 6 ohm. Now, 3 and 6 are in parallel combination, which will give you 2 ohm. So, after simplifying this circuit further this side, we will be getting here that 2 ohm, this bottom side is 4 ohm as it is, this 4 ohm is here, and this 6 and 12 are as it is here 6 and 12. Again, if we just visualize this circuit here, okay, we are getting here as ratio of the resistance, okay, 1:3, this is 2 ohm, this is 6 ohm, 1:3, and this also 4 ohm to 12 ohm, again this is 1:3, as the ratio of the resistance is same. We can say that current from this 10 ohm middle resistance will not be there, we can remove it for calculation of resistance purpose. And then if you remove this part, these two resistance will be in series combination, next also will be in series combination. So, we will be getting here as 2 plus 4 is 6 ohm here, this is 18 ohm, and this is the parallel combination, okay, of 6 and 18 ohm. We can say that the 6 and 18 ohm, the parallel combination will give you 4.5 ohm, and now there is only like 2 resistance, and the voltage of the battery is given as 6.5 volt. So, current passing from this circuit will be potential difference V divided by R equivalent. R equivalent is nothing but 2 plus 4.5, which will give you 1 ampere of current. Okay. So, answer for this question is 1 ampere. Okay. So, in today's session we discuss about 3 questions. Okay. 2 are from ray optics and 1 is from current electricity. In the same way we will be discussing in the next session. So, that is all for today's class. Thank you all.